KC Weather Lab. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, a stormy start to the day. Things have quieted down since, and still the risk of a few showers or even a thunderstorm overnight tonight, and rain chances still elevated tomorrow, but not as widespread nor as intense as what we saw today. So let's look outside. First off, Justin Terrell getting our slow-mo shots of water everywhere. Over 10 inches of rain so far for the month of July. We got one more day, and if we get 0.8 of an inch of rain tomorrow, we'll be in the top 10 of the 10 wettest Julys, but I don't think that's going to happen. But nonetheless, pretty wet month so far, thanks to Barry, a large part in part to Barry earlier this month. So let's take a look at the big picture. We have this upper level disturbance that was rolling on through the area, got caught with the upper level flow and started moving to the south-southwest. Now it's hitting parts of Texas quite hard from around the Houston area, just to near Waco, Longview, Tyler, that particular area, and over by Baytown this afternoon. On the radar, you can see especially with the cloud-to-ground lightning, this is a 12-hour loop. The areas that got hit hardest up across central Louisiana, northern portions of Acadiana, Voiles, Rapides, Evangeline, then Allen, and then you can watch these storms where we had severe warnings. There's some rotation with this as well as it went to the south and west, and now you can see all the heavy-duty storms in around the Houston area, down by the San Jacinto area, and then farther south and east to Point Boulevard, and then up through Conroe. So still some very heavy weather for our friends to the west, but we're quieter. That's the good news. Rainfall, you can see who got the heaviest rain. Most of us getting rain today, but the heaviest stuff, northern portions of Acadiana, north of the Highway 190 corridor, where we had 6 to 8 inches of rain in spots from Avoyelles Parish back through Rapides, and then even portions of Evangeline Parish just to the north and west of Mamou, about 6 inches. These are Doppler estimated totals. Could be even a little bit more in the rain gauges, but Doppler doing a much better job of rain estimations. But the bottom line, flooding in around the Alexandria area, Pine Prairie as well, experiencing some flooding, but fortunately the waters have come down and things are settling down. But always thinking about folks that take on water in just a random thunderstorm activity in the summer as well. So overnight tonight should be relatively quiet, maybe a pop-up shower, thunder shower. Tomorrow morning it's going to be busiest along the coastal parishes. Notice right along I-10 on southward, that's where we think we're going to see the best rain chances. We're going to show you two models here, so that's why we'll go 40%. It's going to be 20-30% to the north, but 60-70% down by the coast. So we'll split the difference on the I-10 corridor and say about 40% for tomorrow. As we look at the NAM model, the NAM showing much the same. Maybe a thunderstorm flare-up or two overnight tonight along the coastal areas, working their way northward, and then most of the action along and south of the I-10 corridor. Few maybe late afternoon storms as well on this model for tomorrow. And going into Thursday, I lowered the rain chances down to 20%, but this model looking a little bit more active than 20%. So we'll go with a 30% chance on Thursday. But bottom line, the trend is for showers and storms to be going down. Two tropical waves that we're monitoring, one in the eastern Atlantic that has potential to develop down the line per the National Hurricane Center. That's going to be 3 or 4 or 5 days down the line. And the European model does develop this system. It's way south of the Cape Verde Islands. Another disturbance that's over by Puerto Rico, producing heavy rainfall there. That has a very slim chance of development. It's going to be heading toward the Bahamas, Florida, maybe adding to the rain chances here Friday, but we do think that system's going to turn out to sea with time. Meanwhile, in the Pacific, two hurricanes, major Hurricane Eric, 130-mile-per-hour winds, went through a rapid intensification cycle way out here. It's going to go south of the Hawaiian Islands, but diminish down to a tropical storm, but nonetheless, big waves to the Big Island down the line. And then you have Hurricane Flossie, upgraded from a tropical storm earlier today, has some potential to become a stronger hurricane as well, but no concerns for land areas at this point. So a quick look at the European model, tracking each one's got a name, 95L. This one's going to get 96L, and notice if 96L survives some African dust, we think it's going to go. This one is going to get kind of strewn out with a frontal boundary down the line, and this is why the northeastern Caribbean is going to have to watch this system. That's going into a week from today. Too early to call if this is going to turn out to sea or not, but something that we'll watch. And one other thing I noticed, this is the first time we're seeing some deeper tropical moisture getting into the Caribbean. So we'll have to begin to watch that as we get closer to the busier part of the tropical season. Remember, all hurricanes and tropical storms in the Atlantic Basin, 95% of them happen after August 1st. So we got a lot of season to go. Overall, much quieter tonight. Lingering showers and a few storms out there, especially coastal parishes. 72 the low. Your rain chance at 30%. Will go 40% tomorrow with scattered storms, especially coastal parishes where your rain chance closer to 60 to 70%. And more locally heavy downpours, but not in the same areas we saw today. We hope as we go into the latter part of the week and into the weekend, rain chances back to near normal. That means temperatures getting back to near normal with highs pushing the lower 90s after tomorrow. But at least tomorrow we stay in the 80s thanks to the clouds and showers. And today's high, only 80 degrees, and we barely made that this afternoon. We were mostly in the 70s all day long, which is good for the AC bill for sure.
Yeah, we're getting spoiled this summer.
So
I mean,
far,
Barry wasn't so bad for most of us, but
yeah. Well,
it's been okay.
There's still Barry recovery in St. Mary Parish,
For sure, yeah.
And then, we'll keep our fingers crossed for the rest of the summer. No promises, though.
No promises,
Never
of
any
course. We know how it goes.
Right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Rob.
Rob.